SD. We got Putty moving into the server with another player.
And it also looks like SD are going for a little bit of a contest regarding Banana and Server.
Agile takes the first flag against Talibus. Lots of grenades in server, but no kills. Everyone's just kind of like peeking at each other.
Excellent first pick there, getting control of Banana before that flank as Putty gets Lizard and Merit gets Putty.
4v2 here. Clear advantage for GB going in. Can they capitalize on this? They are a little bit split up at the moment. So if Dragonum is able to find a kill here, Halcyon does instead. Alright, we've got BK and Agile here trying to move up together. Marumo's just kind of holding, trying to play safe, just watching the ghost, making sure that they can't get capped on, while BK and Agile trying to track down these players. They know Halcyon is low. Oh, they get him! Alright, 3v1, 2v2, 2v1. Marumo needs to get up by BK like right now. They need to play together to close this round out. If they play separate, Dragon M can take a 1v1 and a 1v1.
Yep, they can't count him out at the moment. They do have Ghosts, so they've got that call out, but Dragon is fresh right now. And he's holding Heaven.
He does have to be careful. He does have to keep eyes on that ghost, because that is a quick cap if he ever leaves that glass area, so they're going to know he's going to be here. And BK is slowly just waiting for him to peek.
Yeah,
he's hoping that he peeks the glass, but it's looking like he's not interested, so BK is going to take the peek here instead. Oh, he misses. So what does Dragon M do? He has to re-peek or they cap.
Baits him out and gets that kill. BK, good job.
Well played by GB, securing the first round, clear XP advantage. We'll see if they can push this forward for the rest of the map.
Good coordinated player there to use the Ghost as bait to push up at that last second to force him out there. And to have BK ready for the kill.
Alright, looks like we have same setup on SD, 3 Assault, 1 Support, 1 Recon. We have 5 Assault again on GB. We've got all 5 players of GB heading up towards Banana and Server here, so it looks like they want to play pretty close together. We got lights on in Server, so you know that somebody's in there. Oh, BK's so lucky that nade.
We've got 3 people pushing up Server from SD. 4 even.
Oh, great nade by Putty. Gets Talibus. Merritt's trying to peek up the server. He catches 2 players, but he only kills 1. Can he get the second? He gets a trade on BK, but only after BK kills Halcyon.
BK doing work right now, getting a lot of early kills here. This is essential for Ghost Brigade as we see Merit go down.
All 3 of GB are right next to each other, so they are having none of it. They don't want to fight this player one-on-one, they want to fight this player 3-on-1. Dragonum's desperately trying to get a nade here. Will he get anybody? No luck on either side. Agile's pretty low, so we'll probably see him pick up the ghost here and start pressuring the cap. So Dragonum needs to fall back, which he's already doing.
Yeah, again, we are seeing Dragon M being the last man, but he's not necessarily in position here to stop the ghost player as he gets picked off by Ace.
Hearts coming in clutch.
Absolutely, he shouldn't be discounted. I know we saw the Borkside denial, but Ace is a very competent assault player here.
Yeah, so far Marumo's the only player in the game who hasn't died yet. 5-0 on him. Talibus struggling, 0-2. Let's see if SD needs a round win here to start equalizing the XP, otherwise the weapon advantage is starting to struggle getting out of their way. I'd like to see Ghost Lizard toss that Supa to Halcyon and power him up here, but just holding on to it himself.
Marumo electing to go for that early MX. See what I can do with it.
Got Halcyon in the recon spot, but he's just waiting for people to come in. Now he's pushing out. Doesn't see anybody on the ramp. Will he push out? Nope, he's just waiting. He's a little scared because he knows that GB really like to play together. Got a firefight on Banana here, but no nades thrown yet. Both sides just kind of like, oh, there's one, but nobody's pushing yet.
Yeah, SD giving up Banana, but trying to hold that entrance. Server as Ace picks up Halcyon and Agile gets Dragon. Merit trades for Agile.
Oh, Ace gets Talibus as well.
Ace is on fire.
4v2. This is then so far every round this match. The GB gets the early win. Hearts doesn't have a mic, so he's just running with the ghost. He can't quite make any calls, so it's up to GB to cover him here. Let's see if they're able to do that. Ghost is going to take him out if he's not careful, but that's glass. Supa doesn't like glass, everyone. Oh, now it's just a hurt lizard. He's running away, but they're gonna cap on him. He should have held the glass. There's no way he can prevent the cap.
That's unfortunate there. Maybe he was
That's
a bit conscious
huge.
about getting dropped down to 36 HP there with only a super.
And to add insult to injury, BK finishes them off. Now you have 4 players who are Sergeant on GB. They are running away with this map. This is, I know it's only 3-0, but this is your do or die time as SD. Unless you at least stall their progression, you need to at least get some ties or some kills in your favor to equalize this weapon trade. Because now there's going to be all MXs on GB.
Yep. 4 sergeants here for GB, playing very strong at the moment, I must say.
How is
GB
SD
pushing
looking
up
to
the
counter?
server.
Looks like they're kind of split up here looking for this. BK gets the entry in server.
Yep.
We got 2 SD players fighting in Banana. One of them gets naded by Agile, but there's a counter nade by Dragon. Oh, good kills by Dragon. He's cleaning up.
Now the last 2 players are fresh for GB.
So 3v2 here. We got 1.5 health assault on the SD side. Oh, we got some trading fight. Oh, first time that SD's taken the advantage so far this match. 3v1. Now it's just Putty desperately trying to say, okay, how do I salvage this? I gotta find a player before they group up.
I think he does have the upper hand here. He is completely fresh, and with a recon only being the fresh player for SD here, got to be very careful with that MX. Excellent grenade there.
That nade was just a little short. If he had gone a little farther, it might have killed Dragon him, but instead it just wings him. So now Halcyon's also hurt. So all of the players on SD are half health or lower. So they really need to utilize their coordination. They really need to coordinate to kill Putty. He is playing back in the spawn, which is a defensive spot, but there's like 4 sight lines there. So long as they coordinate well, they should be able to kill him.
Yep, and with that goal, still be able to point him out straight away.
We've got Merit and Dragon both with the Ghost Carrier. They really want to just ram this Ghost in. They don't want to flank. They want to just fight this player all at once. And they do that. So Putty gets the first kill. Good job on him, but unfortunately there's just too many players there for him to deal with all at once.
Yep. Dragon reminding us why you should never count out a ZRS against an MX. Critical headshots there.
Right, now it's 3-1. So at the critical juncture, that was the most important round for SD. If they did not take that round, the weapon advantage would really just start to skyrocket for GB. So they've got some blood in them. They're getting closer to those higher tier weapons, the MXs themselves. So we'll see how this round goes. Halcyon's pushing forward very aggressive with the GDS, waiting for somebody at ramp, but there's nobody there. GB isn't interested. GB wants server. GB wants Banana.
We did see some, thinking an SRM on Lizard here, but I'm not seeing a weapon trade.
Could be that he's just getting sick of getting bodied by close fights, and SRM is very good for that. It's actually quite solid on support if you are trying to take mid-range close quarters fights. Helmus actually wings himself with a grenade here. I didn't realize that Agile is like very close around the corner.
Fortunate friendly fire there. But Ghost Lizard getting that pseudo double kill in server. A lot of server play here.
Yeah, GB not able to hang out to server here. Oh, Agile goes down. Talbus doesn't care about nading himself. He's like, I want the blood. I want the blood. All
SD
5
have the
players
upper
up.
hand, but 3 players weak.
And again, like the last 2 players on GB are full health, so this is maybe showing that maybe they've stopped playing together quite so much. Maybe they weren't quite as close to each other. Usually they are right in position to trade and therefore take a little bit more damage, but Ace and Putty are not close to each other at all.
Putty getting that pick on Dragon.
Yeah, Putty's trying to
Backstop.
desperately defend the cap here.
Backstop play is very strong on Snowfall. Holding these rooms is quite easy, I must say. But with that ghost call out, gonna have a hard time.
Ace is finally linking up with them, which will really help with this spawn defense here. Lobs a grenade. No luck on the grenade.
So close to getting that kill.
1v2. Merit cleans it up. A really good attempt at the defense there. They managed to take out 2 of the players, but just converging all at once a little bit too much for the defenders.
And I am happy to see that the mercs for both teams are showing up today.
Right. Got Merit with the first sergeant on the board for SD here. Halcyon still rocking that GDS, so we'll be interested to see how aggressive he wants to be with it this round. Still 5 Assault Man gaming on GB, no change there. Similar, no change to the 3 Assault, 1 Support, 1 Recon setup for SD.
Ghost with the MX. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with it here.
Merritt's very aggressively pushing up ramp. He is already in the enemy spawn. Somehow him and Halcyon pass like ships in the night. So he's got a flank on server or banana here. Whichever one he chooses is going to be very strong for them. So the enemy, like the GB just needs to wait for him to do his magic. But he gets taken out. So he gets one, and then he calls out another player in server. So they got intel.
They're doing a good job here to maintain trades. He's being quite consistent with that as they're backing off from server.
Agile's creeping up banana. Marumo's holding down the spawn. Putty's watching the glass. GB is pretty split up. That's not their strong point, but they're getting kills. That's the most important part. So now it's 4v3. SD has ghost control, which is important, but Halcyon's looking maybe to pick that up here. Oh! What?
Beautiful.
Massive!
Beautiful as Dragon gets putty.
And just
Called
like
to Marumo.
instead of a 4v3, now it's a 3v1. What are you gonna do, Marumo? You're half health.
Yeah, this is a map where you don't often lose just one person. You're likely going to have 2 or 3 people fighting at the same time.
Marumo's in a rough spot. Like, he's got to defend the ghost. He's got to defend the guy who's pushing him up top. At least he didn't let them cap. Cap there would have been devastating. But now it's 3-3. SDs are finding their stride, whereas GP's kind of... I think they got a little too ahead of themselves. They stopped grouping up together. They started playing more individually, and that's why they're getting picked apart now. I'd really like to see them go back to their roots of just like, hey, let's pair up, let's go routes, let's play together and get trades.
Yeah, take the foot off the gas a little bit, maybe not get cocky, and be very careful because Halcyon, as we just saw, picking up the MX there and going for a very dangerous flank to get that last kill, as we see some banana player.
Halcyon spotted out in the recon spot, gets winged pretty good, but it also calls out 2 players. He doesn't have anybody on the enemy team that can fight him there, but also he's kind of trapped.
DB pushing main via recon ramp.
And BK and the server playing together. Dragon M Talibus holding banana. Ace gets caught out underneath the stairs but looking for that trade, Marumo, but can't quite find him. They know he's in the recon spot. They know he's in there, but they can't get in there themselves. They're just waiting for him to come out. It's wasting a lot of time on GB's end. Putty fighting some folks in server, but can't quite find it. Finally gets Lizard.
Yeah, 2v1 there. Lizard had not much chance. Merit maybe out of position, gets picked off by Muddy.
That was beautiful movement by Putty right there. He got the double kill and he dodged the nade that was coming for him. So now we're in the similar position as last round. You've got that 4v3, you've got that advantage. The health is about the same for both teams with the exception of the additional player. You know Halcyon's hurt. What do you do as GB here?
You've got to be watching out for Halcyon 100%. If there's anyone who's going to make that first play, it's going to be Halcyon as we see him push up through main. Oh, Dragon and Tally getting those 2 kills.
Despite having the ghost, BK drops down into a player and immediately gets killed and gets his teammate killed in the process. Now it's a 2v2. Can they get the trade? Dragon cleans up. Yeah, poor communication from GB there. Maybe they didn't give the ghost enough time to spool up. Maybe they just didn't see the player, but dropping down there really cost them the round.
Yeah, we did see that awareness trying to catch off Halcyon on the flank as AGL got that kill, but he just wasn't quite ready for the follow-up there from the rest of SD.
So now GB is kind of struggling. They're like, well, we haven't really gained anything in 4 rounds. What adjustments do we make? They're not making adjustments to their classes. They're still all assault. No adjustments to classes on the other side either. Finally, we got a weapon swap, getting that MX onto an assault player and the ZRS onto a
5-man push through glass to main from GB.
Good. This is what I want to see from them, playing together as a team, communicating, holding a zone. That's where they really shine.
Very strong push there, as we're going to see potential contest. Agile getting close.
Dragon gets the opener though on Agile.
That was a dirty pixel kill.
Hey, if you can shoot through something, MX don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of the teams are holding right now. Just like GB's like got glass, but they're really hoping they push into them, which SD just isn't having it. They're like, we don't want to do that. We know where you are. We don't want to fight. But Talibus makes that mistake and does fight them there and dies.
Yep, Marmo showing that why you should also maybe be playing with your team if you want to. As we see Halcyon get that pick on recon ramp against Ace. I'm liking this from Halcyon. He's not taking two very risky plays right now, and he's just being conservative, getting those trades, getting those picks.
Yeah, he's really playing the. He's not playing an aggressive recon this map, which makes sense. The enemy team is more defensive. He's really just like trying to get those little edges as recon where you can get some opening damage on somebody and finish them off, which is really a smart way to play against this enemy team. Instead, it looks like he considered going into vents, reconsidering it now. Marmo's still just holding that semi spot in glass. He hasn't moved. Putty's contesting ramp. Right next to BK, he's picking up the ghost to try and maybe bait the enemy, and they have to make something happen. There's 20 seconds left. They want to get an advantage back in the round. Will SD push them?
SD being very smart here, being paired up. They know the push is coming. Unfortunate drop from Halcyon.
GB's making a push for it, trying to get some kills before the round ends, but nope, round over. Honestly, I think this is fine. I think you at least getting the tie here by GB stalls the enemy momentum a little bit. Gets you a little bit closer to that.
Yeah, taking the momentum away from SD here is quite important. As we see an A on Dragon.
Oh, do they drop that to Halcyon? Halcyon wants it. He's looking at him. He's like, give me it. Give me it. Give me it. But no, Dragon wants it. He's like, no. I earned this. It's mine.
Halcyon pushes man.
Heard a dead pack somewhere. Halcyon probably holding that somewhere. We'll see how that AA does on Banana. Not the ideal place for it, in my opinion, but Dragon M likes going here.
Dead pack is on the bottom of recon.
Nade's going out. Oh, no luck with the grenade. Yeah, not the best place to take A, just with the long sight line. A lot of stuff to break there. Halcyon's continuing. He's got that recon spot basically every round, just trying to catch somebody out because he knows the enemy team isn't fielding any recons.
Oh, the A is picked off here, Banana.
Agile coming up clutch here. He knows how to fight that AA. He knows that he's got the advantage in this area and makes well use of it. Picks it up for himself. That said, Ace is moving with the ghost. He can't call anybody. He's just hopping. And there we go. We've equalized. 4-4.
Excellent. You love to see it.
Honestly, like, this is exactly what I was hoping for when we hopped into this match. I knew GB was strong and could still play, and on the map they're very comfortable. They're really showing that. SD may be hurting a little bit with the surprise substitution of some of their players, but they're still extremely strong. Like, Dragon M coming in powerful here. Mara holding his own. So we'll see where the remainder of the match has to go.
We'll see if they do elect maybe in the future to give Halcyon that A. As we see an MX. Oh, Halcyon on assault.
Yeah, it looks like they're like, okay, the recon's not working out for us. That team's just like too defensive, and I'm not getting the picks I want by going recon spot.
Ooh, good grenade there on Agile there at the top of Banana to get that early damage and don't quite get the kill, but he's weak.
All right, lots of people holding angles here. I like that GB's playing together. They're just paired up. Like, okay, I watch this, you watch that. Not cheeky nade? Oh, the new vent that Rain ended. If he got that, that would have been amazing. Looks like they're maybe considering contesting server here. They keep looking in, seeing that the lights are on. They know somebody's in there, but they can't quite see him.
Crucial pick off on Tally there, and Merritt getting Putty.
Yeah, Putty got a little over eager in the server there. Mara was holding it, and they knew each other was there, but they couldn't quite see each other, so gets the drop on him. Mara was on the ghost. I'd like to see him maybe pick it up, at least call out like a few players' locations to drop it in. Oh no!
No!
But Dragon M equalizes quickly. Agile's about to go down too. Get the spray down through the paper.
Ned goes out.
Oh, good luck!
Excellent. Beautiful.
So 3v2. Or 2v2. No, yeah, 3v2. Agile's just like no health, so they got 30 seconds on the clock. It's on GB here to start making some pressure with that ghost, but they need to pick it up soon.
As we see a drop down into construction here. Ooh.
Oh no, Dragon M dies at a crucial moment. If he got that first AA shot, he could have killed BK, but just didn't reg, or BK killed him too quick. So now it's on Halcyon. He is in like the best spot to prevent a push with the ghost. We'll see if they try to force it through Banana, which I wouldn't agree with. I think they should really try to move it through other areas. But he doesn't give it up. He knows that one of the players is probably flanking, which they are. BK's ready. BK's looking. BK's feeding himself to the enemy player. Ah, but they get it. Halcyon's
work.
worried. He was worried there's too many like people flanking him, but instead they're just playing together there. So well played by GB. It was very low on the clock there, so pushing their advantage.
We're seeing AGL quite consistently doing work here with ZRS into the late rounds, even though they're a lieutenant. You love to see it.
So it looks like GB are not falling into the trap that Lieutenant gives on this map. Unless they're going to specific areas with that AA, I don't actually think it's a wise choice. There's a lot of glass. There's a lot of like long corridors. It's quite hard to use on this map unless you're going, in my opinion, server.
It's true. We've not seen much effect from the air today as we see Halcyon picking off Putty.
But gets that trade. BK playing with his team, so they know where that recon player is and they get the quick trade. Merritt's looking for him though. He tosses an 8 in there, but it's too slow. Lizard gets the final trade, but only after BK takes out 2 of their players.
Lizard in his natural habitat in the server, seeing that pay off.
We got Talbus had switched to support here. I didn't even notice. Look, like getting sick of not having enough firepower. Holding in some smoke, but nobody's contesting him right now. He does have eyes on the ghost, and Dragonum's with him, so they are like planning to defend the ghost here, hoping that GB will come and pressure that. Marmo is nearby. They don't see. Alright, it's just a lot of holding. A lot of the teams are really confused as what to do right now. They're pretty spread out, all of them, and they're not really. Nobody has a really good idea of what to do here.
Lizard doing a good job there, saving Talibus.
So they got 2 support players left on SD. I'm not sure if they have any smokes left. If they have smokes, they can actually do smoke pushes into the spawn with the ghost carrier, like using Lysic pressure. That would be really what I want to see from them. Marimo, who is really a player who struggles if he's not with somebody, is looking to meet up with Ace. Ace gets that quick important kill before they move the ghost. Talibus only has 13 HP, and the ghost carrier is the only one who's actually got a decent chunk of health, but he doesn't have a gun.
Oh, Talibus evening the playing field there, gets damage on Ace and then kills Maru.
1v1. Oh, Ace clutches. 9 health.
You love to see it. Low health with an assault, but I've got an MX, I'm jumping in and I'm getting that double kill.
And he knows the enemy player only has a pistol at most, so he definitely was well within his rights to make that aggressive play. So well done, not giving the enemy player any time to run away or find a gun. All right, 6-4.
Lieutenant from GB, 5 lieutenants.
Oh my God, I think that's one of the first, like, all 4 lieutenants we've seen in the tournament. Other than, like, I think Win got it a few times, but otherwise it's been over too soon or to really see that happen. Looks like BK's hopping into the server with another player.
As Ace gets the other kill on Halcyon.
Looks like SD didn't want to contest server until late, but they did to their own cost.
What are you doing work here with the gets Lizard?
Love how last round I say they're not falling into the trap of the lieutenant weapons. Now they got an SRS, they got an AA. They're having fun. They're like, you know what? We're up 2 rounds. I can fucking just SRS as support on Banana from bathrooms. Okay.
You wouldn't see it normally in that position, but it works. It's a dirty angle, and it's dangerous to push it. You wouldn't expect it.
You can really tell he's feeling comfortable now. They're in their groove. They're like, okay, we struggled for a little bit. We lost 4 rounds in a row. Now we are the ones who are taking 4 rounds in a row.
Yep, the momentum's swinging like a pendulum right now.
All right, can SD bring this back? Can they bring it back to match point? It's 13 rounds, 14 round, 15. There's 3 rounds left. They can only tie. They need to win all of the remaining rounds in order to tie this match. They cannot win, they can only tie. That puts you in a really rough spot because now you can't tie the map. You have to be the aggressor. You have to go for the win. So if GP wanted, they could just camp their spawn, but they're not doing that.
Easy as well on S.
Oh, he's clowning.
Early damage out from GB there. As Talibus gets agile, nice.
Yeah, GB, like, way too aggressive considering the points they're at here. Like, this is not... Just because it's 7-4 doesn't mean you can play sloppy.
The double support play here from SD, I'm liking that. Gives you a lot of health and defense to make those entry flags, as you see.
no. Now the hopes of GB crumbling this round. Now they've just got Ace, who's got a PZ of all things. Then the fucking vent as a... What? He's in a cheeky spot. He does catch the ghost carrier before he realizes what's happening, so...
He may
Problem
be
is
fat, but he's a ninja.
He's gonna hide. With that big fat body. Gonna hide in the smoke and get naded. Oh, he's smart man. Smoking... Oh, that's a nade? What?
Yeah, he picked it up from the kill.
Alright, well, he's got his work cut out for him here. SD's like trying to set up a push against him, it looks like. I would have preferred to see them go just from 3 angles, because there's no way he can shoot all of you. But if you want to go all 3 together, that does work.
Here goes Alcin. He heard you. He's taking that flank.
Good. Because I was going to say, if anyone that can take a 3v1, it's a PZ, okay? That's got infinite bullets. If you don't kill him right away, he's going to mow you down.
25 seconds left on the timer. Gonna have to make a play.
Yeah, they're really trying to. They know that they just touch the ghost and they'll get 60 more seconds. So it looks like Halcyon's actually the first one to go, and they're sloppy, but they still get it.
I think they're quite lucky to get that. They're going in one at a time and not just putting the support in first. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the PZ is a slow killing gun. It does less damage than the MX. So long as the last player has an unobstructed sight line on him, they will get that kill. But all right, 14 out of 15. GB, are you gonna be clowning this round? You're gonna be picking all those lieutenant weapons? You are. You've got a PZ, an AA, an SRS, a Mozok. Oh, pause though. Too bad. It's too late. You fucked up. Don't throw the fucking match, you fucking idiots. It's not that. It's not. You're not clouding 7-1.
Oh, BK disconnected.
That's gonna be really rough for them. They're starting down a player and also have all lieutenant weapons or meme weapons.
Yeah.
That said, will it make SD overconfident here? They've got some strong server presence. 3 players in server looks like. Marmo's holding down the banana with that SRS, but I don't see anyone willing to contest him anytime soon. Oh, just kidding. Speaking, one player appears. Oh no, Ace is just ripping up that chainsaw. Merritt wants to get the kill. The nade here. Does throw it. Does get him. Good, excellent nade from him. We've got the players on SD working together now in that smoke. They do get putty as he just blind firing into the smoke, and they clean up Marimo. Oh, that last and second grenade from Marimo, though. But it's now 7-6 GB. It's last round. All you had to do is tie and you win.
It's an unfortunate timer on that.
So it is paused. It is paused. So they do get a chance to actually think about this. Both teams get a chance to like, okay, do we go into sudden death? Do we go into the most scary thing that exists known to man, that one round takes all, or do we move on to the next map?
Yeah, if you're Halcyon, you're thinking to yourself right now, I'm sticking with the support. I cannot risk getting picked off as a recon right now.
Or do you bet it all? Do you throw that AA onto that recon and say, hey, they're not gonna believe you're gonna be a ballsy man, but it looks like they're playing safe. They're like, nope, we're fat, we're assaults, we're gonna just fight against the fat and assaults on the enemy team. GB are done clowning, with the exception of Ace. I mean, he's been doing work with it, to be fair. Like, he's been getting kills. Like, it's not like he's been slouching. Nades up all over the place, but no kills so far. All the teams playing a little passive. They don't want to push too hard.
SD saying, we don't care about banana, you can have it.
I think GB very wisely here, just holding angles, saying, hey, if you want to win, you need to push us and put yourself at a disadvantage. Barrett, that nade. Did he hit the vent with that nade? I think he did.
He did.
Oh, that poor guy. It just went nowhere.
Yeah, very conscious of those flanks, but nobody's using it.
Agil's peeking up, hoping to maybe peek down that vent, but doesn't see anybody. It's a very limited angle. Yep, I think we can predict that GB's not going to move. It's going to be on SD to make the action this round. They might be hoping that GB's going to get antsy and maybe Ace will push, but nope. Looks like Lizard's the first one to go down here. PK had a very comfortable life total in a very defensive spot still. And SD's totally split apart. I don't see them playing together at all here, so it's all going to be down on their individual play if they're going to be able to take the round. And they're running out of time.
Quite surprised how they switched up to the spawn player there. They did have somebody in heaven vents, but they've rotated back. Oh, Lizard died. Maybe he could
20
have been.
seconds. Like, as SD, you need to... You can't be... You got to start making aggressive plays. You do not have time. You have to find all 5 players and kill them or get the ghost into that cap. You do not have time. You need to go. Talibus, you're sitting still. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move.
You got hesitation and construction.
Team Halcyon getting a very important kill here, but guess what? Hey,
GG.
the time's done. It's over. 7-6. First map. Oh, that was a treat.
That was an excellent first map, I must say. Keeping up with what was going on there, brilliant. Even though we saw some relatively fat play from both teams, that was intense.
Like, well played by both teams here, honestly. Like, this is GB's map pick. I think if they lost this map, they would have no chance for the rest of the match, but they did win it. This was the map they are most comfortable on. We will see if they can keep up this play on the next map, which is Saitama. It's going to be very rough.
Yeah.